Dave, when you kind of just think about the emotions of yesterday, they were high on the field, off the field, after the game. How do you hope to see your guys just turn that into something in tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I think certainly emotional last night. Didn't play a good baseball game. Things certainly transpired on the field. A lot of jawing back and forth. It's good to be able to have a day off, reset, have a workout here shortly, and there's going to be a lot of emotions tomorrow. And I think that there's one part of it is trying to drown out the noise. Other part of it is using it as fuel. So I think that collectively, we'll be ready to go. I don't want to speak individually for some people. I mean, I think clearly, that team over there is, they like the villain type kind of role, and they feed off that. And so whatever, gets us going, the motivation is individually, collectively to win a baseball game, to win a series. And so again, it's going to be hostile, it's going to be noisy and rowdy, and it's up to us to still stay focused and compete and fight, like I've said time and time again.
Just spoke
in the second round.
Obviously, like you guys talked about trying to match the Padres' intensity coming into this series. Like, does a game like last night, you think, fuel them any extra just with everything that went on? And does that kind of become the challenge again going into tomorrow, is finding your own response to the level that they're at?
It's our own response. It's our own response. And I think that we're not trying to hit Tatis with the leadoff as a leadoff hitter in a 3-1 game. I mean, anyone that knows baseball knows that's the case. But you use that as fuel. But for us, individually and as a team, we need to find that fuel for ourselves. And so I'm not going to manufacture something that is not real. But again, it needs to be found. And I do believe that we had it in game one. And game two just got away from us. So I do expect our guys to come out with that fight that I saw in game one.
And David in front.
Dave, last night, did the ball that Machado threw into your dugout almost hit you? And did you feel like that should have been an ejection? Because Tripp Gibson went over there right away to try to intervene, but that seemed to be what sparked the jawing between Flaherty and Machado. Did it almost hit you? Did you know that it came in hot?
I didn't notice it at the time. I really didn't. I didn't notice it. I did see the video, and it was unsettling. Obviously, I have a relationship with Manny from years past. There was intent behind it. It didn't almost hit me because there was a net. And that was very bothersome. If it was intended at me, I'd be very. It's pretty disrespectful. So I don't know his intent. I don't want to speak for him, but I did see the video, and the ball was directed at me with something behind it. So, but I don't know what led to that. I didn't see it in real time, but I did see the video.
Did you feel after seeing the video he should have been ejected for that?
I don't think they should have had a little arm around each other conversation. If players can throw balls at opposing managers, Yeah, Andy. Sorry.
Your second. Oh, go ahead, Andy.
Yes.
Just wait for the mic, Andy. Yeah.
You said that you felt the ball was directed at you.
After I saw the video.
Did you have any dialogue with Manny before that?
The only dialogue I had was he was chirping at Jack, and I looked at him and shook my head, and making a point that we wouldn't hit him on purpose to lead off an inning being down 2 runs. And again, the point being is I think he's using it as fuel. As a baseball person, anyone understands that you don't do that intentionally, put the leadoff man on base. With 3, 4, 5 coming up behind, it just makes no sense.
We'll take two last ones, second row
Dave,
here.
with the intensity of this rivalry, you're mentioning what you saw in the video. You mentioned the Padres like that villain role. How much pressure is on you and the team to make sure you guys win Game 3?
Well, I think there's pressure on both teams. It's a very important game. It's a very pivotal game, and so, I mean, it's nothing new. It's an important game, and so we're both going to do everything we can to win this one.
We'll finish
Hey,
up with Barry.
Doc,
here.
just a few quick questions to wrap this up. So getting back to Freddie, if he can't go tomorrow, would there be any thought of taking him off the roster and replacing him? I know then you lose him for the next series too.
So with that, Barry, there would be no thought of taking off the roster for that reason.
Okay, and then wrapping up everything from yesterday with Manny, with Tatis, and Profar goading on the fans, a lot of this, the Padres kind of like promulgated. What do you think of all that, and what's the place of that, and how should that be handled?
Well, I thought that Al Garcia's team did the best they could, kind of trying to keep these things in order. Again, like I said last night, Barry, it was an unfortunate situation. It's about emotions, and I do know the players just want to play baseball, and the fans want to cheer for their team. So I've never seen anything like that in Dodger Stadium, and I'm looking forward to playing Game 3.